Hey y'all, I'm so full right now. But you see, I'm serving today. At the first service was 7:45. I have another one at 10. And everything was confirmation of what I was talking about yesterday. Sitting in the greenhouse, y'all, still me. But man, it was talking about the witness. I'm gonna put the link in the description. But just talking about your witness, and just the courage that you have, the peace you have with everything that's going on. Um, I'm gonna just speak for myself. I know that God is real. No one has to convince me. No one's gonna be to tell me otherwise. There's things I prayed that I've never told anybody else. Some things you need to keep to yourself, which is wisdom. But that way like only God could have done that. Nobody could have did it because they heard me say it. The Lord heard me and he answered. That's a song about that. And he answered. I saw the Lord and he heard and he y'all. But yes, I sought the Lord. He heard me and he answered. And it's so many times I sought the Lord about people, myself, just things, and he has always came through. But yes, y'all, our witness is very important. How you act, how you serve, how you treat people. You cannot treat people any kind of way and think you're going to be, you can't. And I'm a firm believer, there's no way that you can say you're a true believer or follower of Christ and you don't like fellowshipping with people. Now, I get it. I don't like being around people all the time because it's exhausting depending on, what spirit they have and all of that. And some people you just can't help but be around. But y'all, if you don't love people, which is one of the commands, you're not going to make it. It don't matter if you agree with how they do things. You have to love people, which means looking past what you see and look at their heart, right? And then look at the potential and then ask God, like, show me this person. Am I supposed to be in their life to help? Do I need to back up? What do you need me to do? And it's working on you too, because you ain't got it all together. And that's a sense of pride too, when you have an issue with everybody else, but you don't find any fault in nothing that you're doing or trying to improve. That is pride. So y'all, I just got excited about it. I was like, man, and we just talked about Jesus when he went to the city right before he was crucified. Some hair on me. Before he was crucified, and how our responses, y'all, are important. I say it all the time to my family and everybody, but the way you respond is more important than all the other things, because not only can it change that person's heart, but it keeps you from sinning and being in a state of like resentfulness. Sometimes you just have to be quiet. And when Jesus rode in or came into the city, the fact that they were questioning him, accusing him of lying. And then the lady yesterday at the farmer's market, she said, what do people do when they're accused of lying? And then we're like, oh, defend yourself. Which like, no. People that are accused of lying and about to be persecuted lie. And then it's like, oh yeah. Like if you know you about to get killed or beheaded or, hung on the cross, or not going to jail or anything, or it's something taken away from you, usually people do lie, even though they're innocent. We see it all the time. People lie and say, yeah, well, I did it, just to get a lesser punishment or no punishment at all. And that would have made Jesus a liar. So he didn't respond. He didn't have to. He didn't have to respond to them. And then they would have said all the other things he was saying was a lie, which is not true. So sometimes you have to know that whatever you say, that person's not going to believe you. They're not going to trust you. You have to, even then, you have to still go forth. And sometimes not responding is a response. So I thank God he did what he did. I know it was hard. I know I couldn't have done it. Okay. Obviously he didn't choose me. But to go through that and to still die for people who ain't ever going to believe in you. Like that takes, how many of y'all are going to do something for somebody knowing they never going to call your name or believe in you or serve you, but you're going to die for them anyway, just to give them a chance. A lot of people aren't doing that because a lot of us ain't going to do nothing if we don't get recognition or validation or affirmations. You like, oh, they didn't tell me thank you. I'm not doing that again. So you wouldn't have made it. You know what I mean? It's something to think about. Who are we? Nobody. Lord. But yeah, I'm so full, y'all. They just filled me. I was just sitting there smiling the whole time like, man, I was literally thinking about this last night. This happened last night. Literally everywhere we walked, y'all, we were talking about God pretty much the whole time. Even though we were looking at trees and plants. Y'all, I didn't buy anything, okay? I went to buy something, but I got more from it. I got filled up. I had peace. And I enjoyed the fellowship. And I didn't buy a single thing except food. But I didn't get any plants. But y'all, everywhere we walked, people would hear from afar. Like they weren't even near us. The fact that they came up, like, I heard you talking about God. Or my Holy Spirit, the sensors went off. And that happens to me too when I'm saying, you can see certain things off of people. You can see the peace on them. You, without even mentioning God, a person, you could tell that they're righteous or they live righteously. A lot of people say, oh, no, you can tell. Especially if you're living that way yourself, you're more sensitive to things. And also, we've been fasting all week. And we're going to fast for another week. And this is Palm Sunday, right? So when you're fasting, naturally, you're going to be sensitive because you're not focusing on food. You're not keeping up foolishness. Because you're fasting, you know, okay, I want to honor God. So you're going to be less prone to respond negatively to other people. When they come at you smart or flick you off in traffic, you're not going to be quick to do like, I'm fasting. Like you're focused. And you even pray for them like, Lord, forgive them or help them, whatever they dealing with, the reason why they did this for no reason, you know, deal with their heart. Your mind is somewhere else. And you're not triggered. And that one little flick off in traffic early in the morning didn't ruin your day like it usually does. So fasting is very important. And it really does help you focus and hone in and listen to his voice when he's telling us things. And a lot of, like I said, it's a small, still voice. So he ain't not there. You just not listening. Or you got too many noises or distractions around you to even hear it. But y'all, I got to go back in and serve the next service. But I had to come in here to say that so I wouldn't lose it. I'm pretty sure something else is going to happen at 10. But y'all, I am so excited. And when I get to talk about God, this is how I am. I am fired up. All right? Because it's like, it's just so many confirmations. Like, there's so many. You know, you can't even explain it. But yes, I have to tell y'all that y'all be careful what you're saying, what you're doing, who you're around, what you're putting into your spirit, what you're watching, hearing. Because it does come out. What's in your heart does come out. And we want to be good witnesses, and we don't want our good evil spoken of. So y'all go out there, have a great day, and I love y'all. Bye.